Welcome to the My Practice, My Business podcast and YouTube channel. Today's topic, leadership, an action, not a position. And in dentistry as in life, leadership is not a title, but a responsibility. And we begin our talking points right here.
Welcome, all of you fantastic dental podcast listeners, to the My Practice, My Business dental podcast show, where we help dentists profit and thrive with excerpts from the clinical business of dentistry training here at My Practice, My Business. We'll be addressing and answering questions with current trends dentists and their teams face each and every day in their pursuit of this wonderful career we call dentistry. And now the host of our show, the clinical director and president at My Practice, My Business, Dr. Rob Thorup.
Tracy, too often we imagine leadership as a rank to be achieved or a position to be claimed or an office to be won. We see this in the dental office all the time as people vie for position, kind of like our chickens this morning, a little pecking order with two of them are going at.
Somebody new shows up.
Yeah, exactly. But genuine leadership is not defined by where you sit at a table, or it's defined more by what you do when you're at the table, I think, and more importantly, what you do when you're not at the table.
Well, I think at its core, leadership is an action. It's the daily choice to move forward, to shoulder responsibility, and to serve others even when no one is watching. How many times do we see somebody show on social media when they're doing something really great and they have to show themselves doing it to show the world?
The little selfies. Look at me.
Do it when nobody's watching.
Exactly.
For state and national dental association leaders, that means moving beyond advocacy for oneself into a broader commitment. It's fighting for the profession, for patients, and for the future of oral health care.
The only thing more important than protecting your own freedoms as a dentist is ensuring that others, like colleagues and team members and your patients and the communities that we serve, are equally protected and empowered. And whether it's defending access to care, championing fair reimbursement models, advancing diversity in leadership, or mentoring the next generation of dental professionals, leadership means lifting others as you climb.
Just as a side note, I know I want to talk about this during another podcast, but one of my most memorable and best memories with actually training at My Practice, My Business is empowering the front office team members. And seeing these front office team members not only know their rules and regulations, but move forward with advocacy and legislation. You don't have to depend on your dentist to do it. You can do it yourself up front. Pressures from regulatory bodies, insurance systems, workforce shortages, disparities in access to care require leaders who act with courage and vision. Association leadership, then, is not about preserving the status quo, but about shaping the conditions that allow dentistry to thrive in society.
To serve society.
Yeah.
And I'm just laughing right now because one of the laws that we had passed this year is dentists can now legally dispense in the state of Utah. And when you mention regulatory bodies, I'm thinking of all the little tiny loopholes now that the Division of Occupational Professional Licensing, they're coming in next week to inspect us with the regulatory body to make sure that we are doing everything perfectly in the dispensing, locking up of medications, prescribable medications, making sure that we have the right forms. What else are they making sure we have?
We have protocols, we have inventory, and what's interesting is we are literally going through all this for chlorhexidine and Prevident.
That's what I was going to say, chlorhexidine and Prevident.
Really?
Those are really the only two prescription medications we prescribe in our office that are for 30 days.
Yet, I will just address the elephant in the room in the state of Utah. We have certain entities down south that are illegally teaching hygienists
have been for years how
do fillings
before anything has been regulated on that.
But it's not being regulated. And so the focus of these regulatory bodies are just ridiculous.
So Doppel's coming in and doing a full-on investigation of making sure we're following regulations, because we were the first, I think we're basically the first office that actually filled out all the forms to dispense since the law has been passed. And so they're going to use us as the litmus test on how to do it. And we're grateful. We're fine doing that. And we want to. What's really good, though, is Tracy, for all of our clients and non-clients in the state of Utah, she literally is going to video and put a step-by-step process on our website of what to do to be a prescriber in the state of Utah per the regulations.
Yeah,
So,
and it's not as hard as people say it is paperwork-wise.
Yeah.
You get everything set up and it's just fine.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and going back to leadership, my question to you then is how do we embody leadership in action?
Well, advocacy with integrity, like fighting not only for our practices, but for the health of all communities and especially the underserved, mentorship with intention, meaning opening doors for emerging leaders and ensuring that the profession's future is more diverse and inclusive and innovative, not the good old boy network. Did I say that too soon?
I like that you said that though.
Collaboration.
When you say opening doors for emerging leaders,
Yeah.
You think about how, whether it's just you and I or a larger entity, you only have so much bandwidth. And so if we can empower and educate people to go forward and kind of spread that concept of fighting back and passing laws, delegation, if done correctly, hurts. And so making sure that you do mentor those people and help them move forward, I think that's great.
And collaboration with purpose, meaning recognizing that lasting change comes from uniting across specialties and geographies and generations, and service with humility. Just like you said earlier, no more selfies. Remembering that the privilege of leadership is rooted in service and being a servant leader, not self-interest.
So dental associations are at their best when the leaders embody this philosophy. The profession needs voices that are bold enough to defend it and generous enough to empower others, which is what I was talking about earlier, right?
Exactly.
Titles may expire, but the impact of leadership in action endures with the lives we touch and the freedoms we preserve. And so those people that are in those positions with these associations, you're there for a limited amount of time. What are you going to do to impact those around you in a positive way?
So going back to leadership in action is an action and not a position. I want leaders who want more than a plaque on the wall. I want leaders who are willing to listen to other people's ideologies, and especially if those ideologies are grounded in business ethics and grounded in actual real life experience. That's when I believe leadership becomes an action and not a position. When they actually don't just listen, but they act on it and implement that action. Is that fair to say?
I do. I think that being a leader also involves a little bit of humility in the sense that you are willing to look at things from a different perspective. So when somebody comes in with a new thought or idea, you don't immediately prejudge and think that that's not going to work. Going back to the 7 habits, right? Seek first to understand. And I think that is a really good quality.
To be understood.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, hear what they have to say, look at it from a different perspective, and be willing to change your mind. I think that that's a really very amazing strength and personality trait of being a good leader.
I believe that where you and I learned to be humble about that is when we attacked House Bill 359, the downcoding and bundling protections law. The representative in the legislature, he wanted us to work with the insurance companies, and we considered them at that time the enemy, didn't we?
Oh, we
did not want to work with them.
Yeah.
We wanted to pass these laws and just push them out of the way because they have bullied us for so many years. We wanted to bully back, but he got us to work with them. And I think that was leadership in action. And Representative Dunnigan, I think, taught us a very valuable lesson back then. At least it did for me. I don't know. Did it teach you a lesson too?
Absolutely.
Okay, I can't speak for my wife because I get in trouble when I do that. But that was really cool.
Yeah.
So we hope you've enjoyed this podcast and YouTube presentation. Don't forget to like us on YouTube, write a comment, follow us on all of our social media. Let me say that again. Follow us on all of our social media sites, and we're here to serve you. We hope to see some of you in training one day. Actually, we hope to see all of you in business training, things that we don't get in dental school, where you can learn these principles and actually learn how to apply them. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you for being with us today. Since 2006, My Practice, My Business has been teaching dentists and their teams business skills, dental insurance contractual protocols, and state laws governing how to profitably bill patients fairly for the need-based services they provide. What's more, we guarantee our training, unlike other dental consulting companies in the industry. Simply stated, if you don't increase your net revenue, we don't get paid. We call it dental consulting the way it should be. We believe there has never been a more important time than now for dentists to experience and implement our key methods, knowledge, and business training within their dental practices. To learn more about our guaranteed, no-risk clinical business of dentistry training that is changing dental practices for the better, just go to our website, mypracticemybusiness.com, and surf our pages for additional information about our company and the services we provide. When you're ready, give us a call and get scheduled for the most profitable dental business training that you will ever experience. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave us a 5-star review. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us. Thank you again and have a fantastic day.